Let's get nosy then.
Absolutely, but our best bet is to find some security footage. Expose that Albion have been brainwashing people in here.
If you are wondering, no, these aren't volunteers. Apparently, the program has been administered to a number of promising candidates. Not surprisingly, all are quite vocally anti-Albion. What are the chances? Listen to this. Patients experience total loss of appetite and intense hallucinations, but conditioning has been successful with reapplication. So, this is an ongoing treatment. Who wants to sign up? Albion have been experimenting with behavior modification through electroshock, hypnosis, and drugs. A little more rigorous than a night out at the local. Keep looking.
What, it's not enough for Albion to control what people do. Now they have to control what people think. It's fucking horrific.
That kind of mucking around the old noggin can drive a bloke mad, like it did my mate.
Let's find the information we need and then a way to shut down this place.
That's the footage. Ready to go?
Not until we burn this place down.
Right. If you can get me past their firewall, I think we can put an end to renewal therapy in this borough of London. Now, how are you supposed to bypass this security network all the way out there? If only you could fly, like a bird. Oh, or like a drone. Hack a drone, Vicky.
Grand.
That'll do it. My, they've really gone all out on this one, haven't they? Just get through that firewall and we can put this clinic out of business.
Is that how it's done then?
Done. You should get out of there before anyone notices.
Beautiful. They'll have to shut down that clinic now. No one will have to go through what my mate did again. We're with you in this fight, DedSec. Albion are gonna get the short end around here from now on. Bugger me, we owe ya.
Well done, Tim. We did it.
I'd be well chuffed to spread the word about that. Thanks again.
And just like that, Albion has been eliminated from this borough. Well, maybe not totally, but at least you've shown everyone around here how to wipe up the filth. Well done.
No. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I've heard from Inspector Lau. We're ready for the briefing.
Tough, brave, stupid. Any two of those qualify you to join. Some of us are all three.
Thanks. I'm ready to bring real justice where it's needed.
Fantastic.
Ready for action?
Sure. Let's go.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Starkovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh, give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking, the Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
And those corrupt fucks took advantage of your good nature, Caitlin. So why are you giving them a chance to do it again?
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office, an honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
I know, but this one's for real. Anyone around?
Albion personnel are here to ensure everyone's safety and security.
I want to know the details of the call.
Alice, I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
They certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonably done. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway. Because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
The Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. You're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with them then.
Oh, and you remember when you could get away with prank calls without...
Led to the world in AI. We automated the Black Cat, brought Bagley to optics. Time heals. Technology and humanity, two sides of the same coin. That is at the heart of daybreak. A jump to the world behind. Now, the new society. Peace and vision, love and prosperity. Join unleash the full potential of your mind. One simple clean procedure and you can be free for and join us in the world of tomorrow. Daybreak is the future. And the future.
And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic group. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature. The person who is most irritating us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel Castle. This is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house.
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the fuck?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
Security is everyone's responsibility.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, you wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
At least she never managed to chip you. Fuck me, living with a gun in your head every day, all day. I'd rather go out fighting.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
ashamed of you. Look what you've done to yourself after everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I've got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to their venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
Is that initiative I'm smelling, Peter? Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
So that's what Mary's microchip is. Step out of line and you're dead meat.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Crowd at your next riot or trip to the shops or walk in the woods. And you can input your accusations with the app. But let's go old school. Let's call the phone line. Let's call the phone line. Here's the number, listeners, because you want to drop someone in.
Well, looks like I can hold me on with all you DedSec resistance fighters after all.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Right. Guess I'll take that as a compliment, Bagley.
What would a resistance be without a cocky little AI shit? He will grow on you eventually.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
What have we got, Bagley?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has two leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
Got a few options then.
I've marked both on your optic.
We'll report back in the next episode. About whether or not we've been arrested and interned. I mean, I love this system, Alice. I mean, no more awkward, rumbling resentments with your neighbours, your colleagues, or what the heck, in for a penny, your family. You just dump them in and be done with it. But I guess
London, this is 404, the first peer-to-peer hacktivist network. All are welcome. If you want to make a difference, join us. We're taking down the elite, one contract at a time.
Found that on the dark web. Looks like all the cool kids are forming hacker groups these days. But this 404 might actually come in handy in our fight. If all are welcome, that means we are too. I say we infiltrate 404, we get their connections, we get their assets.
If you play nice, they might even help you take out Zero Day. For that matter, maybe they are Zero Day. Only one way to find out. I found Street View images of a CTOS hub that's been covered in 404 graffiti. They're marking their territory like an overexcited chihuahua. Dropping the location of the hub on your map.
Before we go today, Alice, let's delve into what we most miss about the old days. Let's kick off with.
I'll give you the bad news first. One of your operatives has been kidnapped. Also, there's no good news. Fuck! My thoughts exactly. I've run a psychological profile and GPS trace on every Londoner you've ever made an enemy of, and I think I found the likely culprit. Track her down, and she might lead you to your missing friend.
I'm on it.
Was everything you ever held dear? Scotland.
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
I miss being able to dodge my friends' destination weddings in Italy. There's nothing worse than being asked to spend the equivalent of a motorbike on some sort of boat-based farce in Sorrento. And I always used to really enjoy saying, oh no, I can't afford it. Now they're all getting married in Brighton and I have to go to that alleged beach. It's made of rocks, Andy. If your sandcastle is an actual castle, that's not a beach.
The kidnapper is nearby. You can grab the location of our kidnapped operative from her optic.
Listen. Give it up.
What's wrong this time?
Got an error that's blocking access.
Isn't this your job? I shouldn't have to call someone to help you every damn time. Hang on. What's that?
Warning. Continuing unlawful activity. Arrest. Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures.
GPS analysis complete. I've got a bead on our kidnapped operative.
Drop the location on my map.
This is the Bugger on today's show. Alice and I will be looking at the big. Questions such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first, it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So much stuff. I'm still looking at it after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I guess we didn't complain. And SIRS really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that God had retired. We think that good similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental, stripping away your finances and freedoms, dishing out random punishments, peas in a pot. All it needs to do is ban me from eating something. What's it going to be this time?
Makes me feel important.
Our missing operative is here. Oh, and some armed guards too. Fun.
It's like having an extra aunt.
This is the aunt that gets drunk at Christmas and vomits in the kiddie pool, right?
Get that on. This is the bug on the Buccaneer.
The bug.
Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now. Right. I mean...
What's that? Can I be of service? Restricted area. Move along. Stop resisting. They won't get you nowhere.
We are keeping you safe.
We want to do this. What was that?
Right, time to get him out. Looks like you avoided them. Our friend is back in fighting shape and another...
What?
Up for a spot of action?
I'll do what needs doing.
Find a disused quarry, scream into it for half an hour, and then lock yourself in a shop.
Thanks, Bugley. You know the answer to everything.
Hey, Bugley, how many seashells does she sell by the seashore?
Alice, most of the seashore is now uninhabitable, so I would highly recommend she sees her doctor before engaging in commercial proximity to the ocean.
Bugley, how can I stop worrying about being disappeared by Clan Kelly every time I go to the shop, or take the bus, or sit on the bench, or look at a tree, or point at a bird, or think about sleep, or get out of bed?
Andy, do not worry about Clan Kelly.
Why not, Bugley? They terrify me to my very core.
Because, Andy, we are all just dust in the wind of history.
That's nice perspective, Bugley. Let's never lose sight of that.
Hey, Bugley, how do you put a secret hideout in your basement without alerting your narc children and their tracking devices?
Please hold still, Alice, while I report you to the authorities.
Bugley, will things ever get better?
Yes, Andy. The heat death of the universe is only 5 billion years away.
So much, that's something to look forward to.
So
That's
much
all
for the
from
first
Bug
law of
today.
robotics.
Keep it real, Bug fans. Actually, that's terrible advice. Keep it as unreal as you can possibly manage. Good luck. Nibbling away on the purpose of a once-free Britain.
Yum yum.
Hello, Resistance fans. You're listening to the Bug Podcast, the objective voice of objection to the most objectionable world. I am Andy, not my real name, so good luck finding me, Monsieur Bloom. My real name is, in fact, Andrew, and I live in, note this down, a deluded pseudo-reality of my own making, which is, in fact, as always, my next-door neighbour in these Netherlands of nonsense. It's Alice.
Yes, indeed, it is Alice. Alice, who the bleep is Alice? I am not going to tell you that, but you can just sort of sense it from the timbre of my voice.
Let's spin the wheel and find out where we're getting today's news from.
Sort of. Hello? Who's this now? I saw nothing, honest.
I'm not who you think I am, clearly.
Wait, you're not with Albion? Oh, thank fuck for that. I thought I was a goner.
Calm down. Look, tell me what's wrong. We might be able to help.
Oh, I'm so fucked. I was doing some street art when I saw these Albion geezers up to no good. I couldn't believe it. They had tied up a bunch of protesters and were beating them up. Pricks.
Jesus.
I know I got filmed there. Bloody CTOS is everywhere. I know my face is caught somewhere. If Albion comes back and checks the footage, I'm a goner too. You've got to find a way to get the evidence before they do. Look, I'll owe you. Big time, eh?
Okay, we'll handle it.